Hey there, McAllister here with Toasty DIY, and today I'm doing a video over how to include Haki into your D&D world. So let me preface this, that I have created my own world called Calliope. A video should be coming out on Toasty Gaming here soon about that world. And this world I based a lot off of One Piece, and so because I have Devil Fruit users that I want to be unable to be touched by normal people, I need Haki to exist. And if you are currently watching One Piece and you don't know what Haki is, then I recommend just stopping this video right here. Come back later if you want to know, but I'm assuming if you've clicked on this video title, you know what it is and you want to know how you can implement it in your world. So know that there's going to be some things, and I'll tell you how you can work around them if you don't want to have devil fruits in your world and you just want some form of spiritual system or chakra system or whatever you want to call this, cultivation, anything that you can slowly grow and give to your characters as kind of like an extra skill tree. There are 3 forms of Haki, and that is armament, conquerors, and observation. Armament lets you make yourself tougher and coat things and the ability to hit things that are immaterial. You have observation, which lets you essentially be predictive and will help you be more like spidey senses. And then resoundance, which lets you kind of impose your will on other people. So the 3 different types, you'll see that I have them listed as harmonic, dissonant, and resoundance. That should actually be armament, observation, and conquerors in that order. The reason I call them these different names is, one, I didn't want to rip directly out of One Piece. I wanted this to be unique to my world, but I essentially had the general themes of each of those come into this, and the way that you do it in my world, instead of just having and learning it, is you have to make a noise, like a resonant frequency, in order to activate each of these. So harmonic is kind of a low, steady hum. You've got dissonant, which is more like whistling, which lets you kind of like echolocate, and then resoundance, which is like a kind of throat singing that kind of causes people outside of yourself to just vibrate with that energy. So harmonic observation Haki will allow you to, when you first unlock it, make all of your attacks magical, and they'll be able to deal damage to things like shadows, or if you have devil fruit users that are made of Logia materials, you can hit them, and this will allow you to essentially have magical attacks on whatever you do. So if they would normally take half damage because it's not magical, even if you punch them with a fist or stab them with a fork, it is magical damage now. Once you've got that entry ability, you can go ahead and give them their first growing ability, or you can wait. Now that they have the ability to use Haki, the more they use it, you start to grow their abilities, and so you have this set, and you can make them whatever you want them to be, but I've made a set of 5 here with the idea that they'll unlock 2 to 3 before they move on. And so once they've, used Haki maybe and they've leveled up once, you give them an ability to grab here, like Harmonic Vitality, where they gave extra HP, Harmonic Shield, extra temp hit points, Resilience, they can get knocked down to 0 and come back to 1. So this is just different things that have to do that Armament Haki could do. You let them take them slowly, and as they hit level 7 and level 8, then maybe it's time to get their first Adept ability, and they're going to get Fracture or Duet. All of these things are just to do with Armament Haki and are very close, and the idea is you slowly gift them all these until they get 1 mastered ability. And I would have these come very slowly, because these are just kind of like accessory skills that just augment their gameplay a little bit and let them feel like they're being cool. But the main thing for Armament Haki is the ability to do full damage to things that can't be hit. So it also gives you a little bit more health. So looking at all this, I'd probably give my players their first, harmonic ability or Haki ability at level 5. I feel like it's for advanced people in the world, not just level 3 beginning adventurers. They're already getting all their new abilities. When they hit level 5, have them, if they have the ability to unlock Haki, they can roll for it, or however, maybe roll dice 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 4 to 5, and then 6 being they get 2 different forms. Or you have them roll and they possibly can't get anything. However you want to do it, you just need to figure out how they're going to get Haki, if they're going to get any, or which ones. And then you have Dissonant, which should be like observation Haki. And the trick with this one is it's used in my world by whistling or whatever. When you gain this, you initially gain a +1 AC no matter what. So I think it's a pretty good ability, since you're now 5% less likely to get hit. Pretty good. You gain different options here that have to do with kind of movement and seeing ahead. So like you can see invisible creatures. You can use that again to get a +2 to your AC just by having it. You can communicate non-verbally to anyone. These are extra abilities that aren't necessarily said to be in observation Haki, but I could totally see them becoming ways of communicating. And like I said, you can keep moving up this list till you get up to the last ones where you can like take 3 reactions, or you can hear anyone talking, like super listening, or you can literally see 6 seconds in the future, aka I've not worked out how this one will work per se, but I imagine if they can see 6 seconds in the future, then they can just say, get advantage on all attack rolls and disadvantage on all attack rolls against them, since they're seeing that future. And lastly is Conqueror's Haki, or Resoundance as I'm calling it mine. When you get this one, you start and you get this essentially 30-foot sphere you can project around you, and it can essentially stun people for 1 round. So they can get in the middle and then activate this once, and it can stun anyone within 30 feet. They can activate this, once, and it lasts for 3 turns. So it's more of a pop effect. So this one's more like a pop effect, and most of the things that you're gonna be doing with Resoundance is going to be upgrading the strength of it. So either knocking people out now or whatever. So if you like the idea of Conqueror's Haki, you don't have to be too overpowered. This, I think, is a good thing, because if they get down to the end, they can extend that range to 60 feet. And if you want them to be able to extend it further, you can make that rule. But this one all centers around being able to pop it once per day. It's not like the other ones where you hold it as long as you're fighting. Because they are newer to it, and Conquerors is more instant. It's not like a held up thing until you get to later episodes of One Piece. This one really just worked around that 30-foot circle. You can make it, give you +4 to intimidation checks. You can use it to impose disadvantage, gain 10 hit points, disengage is bonus action if you make an intimidation check. All these are just different ways to really sell that this is a way to make yourself like a conqueror. So if you're interested in Haki, and you're interested in One Piece, and you're interested in D&D, I hope this helped you. This is the system that I'm going to use to slowly introduce Haki into my world under the idea of like natural frequencies and resonant frequencies. So if you enjoyed this video, feel free to drop a like down below, ask any questions. If there's something else you want me to do, down in the comments, let me know. I am attempting to do devil fruits later. I'm trying to figure out how it's going to work. I think it'll be somewhat similar to this, and as I introduce them, I'll write out their rules, but I'll probably introduce them a lot on NPCs, so I won't have to do full breakdowns, because I don't want to just give my players every devil fruit under the sun. I want them to learn them. Like I said, any questions down below. Thank you all for watching. Peace.